Hello, dog lovers. My name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer. Sorry about the delay. There was some technical difficulty, but everything is fixed now, and we're going live. And today is a special live video, because this week I asked my viewers, my um, subscribers, and my fans to ask me, submit their questions about puppy training, any puppy issues that they have, to ask their questions, and I was going to answer them today. So I'm going to share these questions on the screen in a moment. So today, mainly, I will be talking about puppies in general. I've got one over here. You can see she's sleeping. This is Annie. Um, We're going to mainly talk about puppies, but you're welcome to ask any other questions that you have as well. Any topic is welcome, but I'm going to also focus on answering these questions. And I can see that Kevin is online as well. And let me just get everything going, and we'll get started in a moment. I'll answer your questions. Welcome to the live dog training weekly live session. My name is Saro. For those who don't know me, my name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer, and I also coach dog owners. And at the moment, I'm raising a puppy as well. So, in this channel, we focus on training dogs and modifying dogs' behavior and raising puppies and training puppies without the use of treats, food, aversive tools like shock collars, prong collars, choke chain collars, anything like that, force or domination, and using play and praise as the reward for your dog or puppy. So, welcome. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon as well, so you will get notified as soon as I post the next video or if I go live. Let's start with question number one from Kevin Allen. Two questions. My dog is very nervous and not confident. How do not change? How change that keeps eating his bed in his cage? How do I change that keeps eating his bed in his cage? So, Kevin, can you tell me how old is your dog and how long you had your dog? If you could answer those two for me, that would be great. So, how old is I'm sorry, how old is your dog and how long you had your dog? Let me see if I can do this now. This one, share. Okay, so um, as I said last week, this week I asked everybody to ask their puppy related questions. So I got few of them. So we're going to go through them and answer them all. Um, the first question is Copen Jr. Jr. My dog is a picky eater even until adult. So when we are talking about picky eaters, if your dog is a picky eater, there's two things that are happening. One is the food is not ideal food for the dog. The dog feels bad eating that food, so therefore is trying to avoid eating that food. Um, Two is that the food that you're providing is causing a lot of it's not tasty, it's not healthy. Okay, so if you have a picky eater, what you want to do, you want to make sure that you provide proper diet for your puppy or your dog. Proper diet is basically, in my opinion, is a raw diet. A raw diet is a more natural diet for dogs. Kibble and dry food, they're not natural. They are processed food. They're they're contain a lot of chemicals and unhealthy ingredients that dogs, when they eat those, Even though they're hungry, they will eat it, but they don't feel good. The only reason they eat those is because they're hungry, and you keep feeding them because you think they liking it. The only reason that they're eating is because they're starving actually. So if you feed them good food, they would never say no to a good food. Whenever I have offered a raw diet to a dog, you can either go raw diet or cooked diet. As long as you're not feeding kibble or dry food, your dog is going to like what you're offering it. Kibble and dry food are non-natural diet. That's why you have a dog or puppy who is picky. Dogs are not very picky when it comes to food. Um, so let's see. Okay, so we're waiting for Kevin to ask is to respond to my question, and we'll be back to those questions. Let's go to, I believe, Kartik Sapkal. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Kartik, thank you for being here. Welcome to the show. Your question is: my beagle is so aggressive; he bites all the time, all at the time of bath. Uh, well, it could be that he's not enjoying the bath time. So you have to make it a little bit more fun and more relaxing. So what I would suggest is just go slow. Don't just put your dog in a bathtub or in the area and just start pouring water on it. Go easy, just take one step at a time. What that means is, just a little bit water on the bum area maybe, and then move on to the next level and level. Take your time, maybe for a few weeks. Go slow. You don't have to wash your give bath. Just introduce the water slowly. Just make sure that the little spray or water that you're pouring on your water, your dog is having a positive reaction to it. If you see that is not having positive reaction, back off and just try another day. Just go slow. If you do it properly, some dogs they don't like the bath, so, and that is normal because you're spraying water on them and all that shampoo and things like that. It's not natural thing, so you have to gradually teach them to get used to it. So take it easy, go one step at a time. Don't go straight to giving a bath or washing your beagle. Just feel that you're 1 minute at a time. Maybe 1 minute of water, stop. Next day, one more minute, and keep adding those little time, little successes, and little wins, and you will get some better results within a month or so. So I know it's a challenge. I have one of them too. I have a beagle who doesn't like, not this one. Um, this one I just got this puppy, so I don't know how she's going to do with the bath. I have a feeling she'll be okay, but I haven't tried it yet. I'm still easing her to my life, so I don't want to stress her with those activities. But my other one, Harvey, is not in the picture. I don't have his picture over here. He's a little bit sensitive, a little bit anxious when I bath him, but he's getting better and better. So I'm taking my time. Hopefully that helps. Regard. Yes, please. I need help. My rescue puppy is biting and very aggressive in play, terrified of noises, people, and other dogs. She's so sweet. We want to do the best we can for her. Now, when you're talking about puppies, so my puppy is a rescue puppy as well. So we're on the same page, right? And my puppy, as you can see, nice and relaxed now because I do focus on providing my puppy um, its daily five essential needs. These are the five essential needs that you have to try to focus and provide for your puppy on daily basis. Whether you have a puppy or an adult dog, focus on providing these five things: exercise, training, socialization, care, and affection. make sure you're providing your dog's daily 5 essential needs. I can't, repeat this enough. Um, you have to provide proper exercise, proper training. Every day you have to train your puppy. Every day you have to provide socialization, proper care, and proper time and form of affection. If you want to learn more about what the details about these 5 daily essentials, you can learn all about them on my website. You can register to some of the courses that I have. You can find them all at sarodogtraining.com and learn more details about those 5 things. I have videos also that I talk about these 5 essential needs on my channel. You're welcome to watch those as well. But the reason your puppy is stressed is because is biting and is aggressive and all that, and is terrified, knows people and all that, noises and people and all that, is because you're not providing enough daily essential needs. You're maybe focused on mostly care and affection and not enough exercise, proper form of training. You have to do daily training, proper form of socialization as well. Uh, if you don't know what they are and how you're working, how you to provide those, you have to learn them. And the only way that you can learn them, you can either watch my videos on my YouTube channel or register on my online course on sarodogtraining.com and learn them. It's not one thing that you have to do that is going to fix everything. There are several things that you have to do, which is exercise training, socialization, care, and affection as well. So hope that helps. What can I do for this? So I think that was the yes. And hi, Avocado is saying hi. Thank you for being here, Avocado. What do I do if my dog doesn't eat or drink? She hasn't eaten in 3 days. Well, first thing I would do is just take your dog to a vet. You have to check with the vet because there's something wrong, something going on that is not eating. Either internally is not feeling good, or the food that again you're providing is not a good source of uh, nutrition for your dog, so it doesn't feel good, so it doesn't eat. So first thing that I would do is I would take your dog to the vet and check. And Regard is saying my puppy is 17 weeks old. So 17 weeks, yes. That's a good time to start focusing on those daily 5 essential needs. It doesn't matter how old your puppy is. I still recommend to focus on these. One of the reasons I emphasize on these is because exercise is, if you provide too much or you provide too little for your puppy, you're going to cause stress. And stress causes anxiety, and anxiety causes aggression, causes puppies to develop behavioral issues. If you don't train your puppy doesn't have that outlet to communicate to you and tell you how it feels and what it wants and what it doesn't want. And if you don't socialize your puppy properly, it will be challenging for it to deal with all the aspects of life with humans. So you want to socialize it properly. You want to provide proper care for your puppy, right? Good food, good water, good care, good vet, good shelter, good everything. And then you want to provide affection. Affection is not the first thing, as you can see, that your dog needs. The first thing that your dog needs is exercise. Most people focus on affection. Affection is needed, but at the right time and the right place. So therefore, you need to provide a proper form of um, affection, and therefore you have to provide proper form of exercise training, socialization, care, and affection. And Regard is saying, thank you so much. You are welcome. Avocado is saying, okay, I'll take her to the vet. Yes, definitely. That's the first you want to do. And yes, right now, take your puppy take your dog to the vet. And hopefully everything is going to be good. Uh, Regard is saying this is making sense. Yes, good. Good. I'm glad that is making sense. Let's go back to the questionnaires that I have received from you, all the fans, and let's continue on answering some other question. Um, Meanwhile, I have this question. Don V. Filmora tutorials. Filmora tutorials. That is very good topic actually. I was thinking of using Filmora. I haven't used it yet, but I'm thinking about using. By the way, would you say dogs help you get exercise too? Yes, definitely. I next week's video, not this week video, but next week's video, I'm going to talk about benefits of walking and exercising your dog. Um, but in general, dogs force you to get out and um, smell the roses and get active, be social. So yeah, definitely dogs help us to get exercise. But there are those dog owners who are lazy and they don't exercise their dog enough or properly. So yes, I feel bad for those dogs. Let's go to the next question, and we have question from Kayla Sedar. Whenever my puppy gets excited or right before bed, he jumps on people and bites their hands, leaving marks and bruises. He also is also getting pretty big and heavy, and he's knocking people over. And I can't figure out how to calm him down when he starts to do that. So I think one of the reasons your puppy is getting excited is because he's celebrating. It's celebrating that something is causing it to celebrate. Something is getting causing it to get excited and be happy and celebrate. So that is kind of celebration. If you want to prevent that kind of excitement and celebration, what you need to do is you need to focus on again providing your puppies daily five essential needs, which are again, I'm going to bring it to the screen so you all remember these. If you don't provide these exercise, training, socialization, care, and affection properly on daily basis, your puppy is going to act weird, do weird stuff, which is going to not only teach them to learn bad behaviors, is going to be struggle and stressful for you. So therefore, if you provide enough exercise and training, so for instance, um, if it was me and I had a puppy like yours and was getting excited, I would just all of a sudden, as soon as if my puppy starts doing that excitement dance, I'll just say Rover, no, and my Rover is going to stop right away because I took the time to exercise my puppy. I have trained my dog so it responds to my commands and cues, and I have done proper socialization so my puppy knows that when people are coming or going, uh, this is how it's supposed to greet them and socialize with them. So all these are important for you to learn and provide them properly so your puppy has some clues of what to do and what not to do. The next question is from Angela 22, which is this question. Let me highlight it. There we go. My puppy gets quite nippy when he plays with the other dog. So I'm assuming you have a older dog. Um, Puppies, the way they play is different than the way they play adult dogs play. So you have to provide a puppy to play with your puppy. If you allow your puppy to play with an adult dog, the style is different, so it doesn't match. So either it's going to stress your puppy or your current adult dog. So I would suggest you to provide more uh, puppy to puppy play sessions time rather than puppy to adult session time. I'm not saying your dogs can't play together, but your puppy first has to learn the manners and the rules from other puppies and also other similar age, similar size, similar type of dogs. Your adult dog maybe is just too tired and too doesn't care anymore to teach, right? So it becomes stressful for your other dog. It may become stressful for your older dog. So therefore, I will focus on providing more of a puppy to puppy puppy train playtime. The next question is from Sherry Salvador. My beagle is really hard to train. In general, dogs are hard to train because we don't know how to train them. But if you're someone like me who's a dog trainer and is devoted to training a dog, it's simple. It doesn't matter if it's a beagle, if it doesn't matter if it's a golden retriever, it doesn't matter if it's a pit bull. As long as you know the concept of training a dog, it becomes easy. One of the reasons one of the reasons why you're having a hard time training your beagle is because you're lacking knowledge. The lack of knowledge will make you to feel that you're climbing a tall mountain. But if you have knowledge, you're climbing a hill. You know what I mean? It's still difficult, but you're going to climb it anyways. But you're not climbing a mountain. So therefore, I suggest you to become educated and teach yourself and learn as much as you can, so you have some knowledge to work with and provide those information to your puppy. So one of the first things that I would suggest to do is try to learn as much as you can. Now again, I'm going to promote my own courses, online courses. You can join my online courses and become knowledgeable and learn what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do. So before you attempt to train your puppy or your beagle, make sure that you know what you're doing. If you don't, you can't ask a blind to guide a blind, right? That's what happens most of the time. Most of the time, a dog owner is trying to guide a puppy or a dog who's blind. Uh, you have to be knowledgeable of what you're doing so you can provide those information for your puppy or dog. So learn and then train your puppy. Next question is from, let me see. Yes. Next question is from Rima Saxina. My 3-month-old puppies sometimes pee every after 5 minutes everywhere in a home and not ready to be chained outside. He started shouting and crying. So I think it's just language barrier there. I'm guessing you're not chaining it outside, but you're keeping it outside. Shouting and crying, you mean your puppy is whining and barking. I hope that's the case. I hope you're not chaining your dog outside. Your puppy, the reason it's peeing every 5 minutes, there are several reasons this has happened, but main reason it happens is because you're feeding your puppy the wrong food. Most of the puppies and dogs who are on kibble or dry food, they tend to drink a lot of water. And when they drink a lot of water, because of the dry food being dry food, it forces them to drink a lot of water. So therefore, that their bladder gets full and they have to pee all the time. So this cycle continues. You feed your puppy dry food, they get thirsty, they get dehydrated, they have to drink. They most of the time I've seen this. They overdrink, they drink a lot. Therefore, their bladder gets full, and every 5 minutes they have to pee. So to prevent that, what you want to do is change the food. Simply, all you have to do is change the food. Give fresh food, either raw or cooked, and you'll see that drinking is going to be reduced. Therefore, they're going to pee less. So, uh, unless your puppy or your dog has medical condition, bladder infection, something like that, that it's causing it to have accidents all the time or drink a lot of water internally, there's a problem. If those are not the cases, there's no health issues. The main cause of this problem is the diet. Changing the diet will do miracles. Next question is from the Pop Song Professor. My beagle is house trained, okay, but he has one spot he likes to pee sometimes, and we are not sure how to train it out of him because he does not respond well to negative reinforcement. Uh, the reason most dogs and puppies they pick a spot and pee in that spot because they feel that's their safe environment, that's the safe area they can relieve themselves. Now, if your beagle is house trained but it still pees sometimes in some location, that is because your beagle is giving you a signal, is having communication with you, it's telling you something is causing it to have stress or anxiety. When dogs have stress or anxiety, they do things like that, they behave that way. They can't really come and tell you this is what is bothering me, so therefore they leave a message for you to notice and address it. So for instance, my own puppy, she would sometimes have accidents here and there. Main reason was because she was so focused on something else, either food or something was going on, that she forgot to pee, so she pees in certain spot. But some other times I know that she's giving me a message. Either something has caused her stress or something has caused her to become a little bit anxious. Either I didn't feed her on time, or I didn't play with her enough, or something. Something can cause your beagle to become stressed or anxious. Anything can cause. A family member can be moved in, a family member might have moved out, maybe you changed the furniture, something like that. Anything can stress your puppy or dog. So things like that can make your puppy to get stressed and anxious, and therefore they mark in certain areas. They may even pee or poo as well. So don't be surprised if they do that. It's just a message to you that something is happening and they need you to pay attention to that, whatever is causing them to become stressed or anxious. Next question is from Nuli Senau. I'm pronouncing it correctly. I have a 3-month-old beagle puppy. When can I give her leash training? The leash training can start, I would say, as soon as you have some ability to walk your puppy on in general. I would guess about 3 months old, somewhere around there. Just because if you do it before then, you may cause some neck injuries, physical and shoulder damages to your puppy. Leash training, I would say, is something that you have to start doing it at home in an environment that there's not much distractions. Actually, in few weeks, I will be starting I will be posting a video where I teach my puppy Annie how to walk on a leash. So you're welcome to watch those. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon as well, so you will get notified as soon as those videos are uploaded on my channel. There's a whole bunch of videos about puppy training and other content are coming soon on the channel. Hopefully you will be able to watch them. So that's my answer for when you can start leash training your puppy. We have a question from Chris Salazar. My dog bites all the bed I can buy for him. So the reason your dog is biting and tearing apart his bed uh, is a sign, again, your dog is stressed or anxious. There's something going on that is causing it to get stressed. And based on my experience, the reason that happens is because, again, you're not providing your dog's daily 5 essential needs. Once again, they are exercise, training, socialization, care, and affection. If you provide this stuff, is these 5 essential needs for your dog every day, you will see that not only that behavior is going to go away, other good behaviors are going to start showing up as well. So you want to focus on providing your dog's daily 5 essential needs. That's the reason most dogs either dig a hole or chew their beds or chew a wall or eat the coffee table, whatever they do. It's not to piss you off. They don't want to piss you off. All they are saying to you is, I'm stressed. Um, there's something wrong. I don't feel good emotionally, mentally, physically, and I need help. All you have to do is just provide your puppies or dog's daily uh, essential needs. Let's go to live questions. We have, I'm going to pause the previous questions for now, and we're going to go to live questions that are coming on the live session right now from Jamie Braxton. Jamie, thank you for being here. Thank you for asking your question. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your question is, my dog was not socialized during the proper period, and she's 16 months now and is afraid of all dogs, even ones half her size, and she's only 5 pounds. Is there anything I can do to help her with her fear? Yes. First thing that I would suggest you to do is don't feel bad for your dog. Don't get emotional. Don't start spoiling your dog, puppy. And I know you feel bad that she's feeling that way, but you have to feel powerful. You have to be knowledgeable, and you have to be strong when it comes to a situation like this. If you have a especially small puppy, 16 months old puppy, you have to be aware of what you're doing, and you do everything properly. So you're saying you're not sure it lost the time to socialize properly. So what I would do is start working on it. Start teaching. It's not too late. You can still work on it. It's still young enough to learn. Focus on, again, providing your 16 months old dog daily essential needs, which are exercise, training, and socialization, proper care, and then affection. So affection, as you can see, is the last thing that we need, right? I'm sure you're focused mainly towards care and affection, and you're forgetting proper exercise and training and socialization. The way you're going to help your dog to gain those social skills that you are looking for and needs is you're going to start providing proper exercise, daily exercise for your dog. For example, one half an hour walk in the morning, half an hour walk in the afternoon minimum. You're going to start training your dog as well. Start with the basic obedience. Start building that communication system between you and your dog so your dog can get cues from you, can learn from you. And using proper exercise and training, you can help your dog to learn how to socialize. I'll give you an example. So I provide proper exercise for my puppy. So she gets proper exercise daily. I train her almost every day. If not every day, almost there's something I'm doing every day with her. Either training with her or filming with her or doing something with her. She's learning something. Now, when it comes to socialization, when I want her to socialize with people, for instance, I want her to go and greet people properly without jumping on them or anything. Because I have been training her, I can replace the jumping, for instance, with sit. I can tell Rover sit, and Rover is going to sit. That will teach her this is how I'm asking her to socialize with people. Now you can mm, transfer this information to socializing with dogs as well. If I want her to not to bark at dogs or pull on the leash when it sees other dogs or gets afraid, I want to make sure that my puppy is focused on me rather than whatever is happening around her. So using proper providing proper social exercise and training, I can provide proper socialization for my puppy. And I'm sure you're providing enough proper care and um, affection as well. But don't only focus on those. Focus on providing daily 5 essential. Hopefully that helps. Another question we have, Elizabeth Caruso. What do you think of gentle leader? Leader, I think, is the one that you attach it to the muzzle, or is it the harness? I'm not sure which one it is. Um, Whichever it is, whenever you are depending on equipment and tools, you're depending on something to not only not to fix the problem, but you're dealing with the situation with the band-aid solution. These are band-aid solutions. The main thing is you want to control the walk, you want to manage the walk. Therefore, you have to invest time and effort to properly train your dog or puppy to walk properly, not just to walk properly when the equipment or the tool is attached to your dog. Because there are times that you may not have the tool. There are times that you don't want to use that tool. You can't use those tools. Things like that. What if there are always these what ifs that you want to make sure that it's a okay, it's a muzzle. Yeah, yeah, the one that you put it on your dog's muzzle nose. So whenever you're depending on those tools, you're not really teaching your dog, and you're not solving the problem. On top of that, because the only reason these tools work is one way or another they're causing some form of pain or physically manipulate the dog not to behave certain way. Whenever you're causing pain and manipulation and distress in your dog is feeling a negative energy coming from you because you're the one who puts that tool on the dog. They feel bad about you. They feel negative about you. You develop negative relationship. You're not working on improving the problem either. Therefore, it gets worse and worse. It never gets better because the core problem is to improve the walk without depending on tools and gadgets. And if you want to learn how to improve the walk in general, I have a playlist on my channel that you can go and watch, which is all about improving the walk. So that's my opinion about gentle leaders. We have regard. Please, can I ask, how do I socialize my puppy with, I don't know, WG, what that is. The way you socialize your puppy is you start working on providing proper amount of exercise, and then train your puppy every day so you have some form of communication. The reason you're exercising your puppy or dog is because you want to let them have that physical outlet to relax so they can focus on the training, and you're going to have better results when you are training your puppy. And once your puppy is trained, you can teach it to socialize properly as well. Um, and Regard says, I'm cut off on internet again. I'm sorry, I don't know what the problem is. It seems like it's going well. I don't think it's a problem from our side. Maybe you have problem with your internet or something. Please check and come back. We have Elizabeth Caruso, keeps a dog from pulling by turning his head sideways and straighten out because cannot see. I agree with you, however. Thanks. You're welcome. Yes. I'm glad you're agreeing and you're understanding the concept. All right. So let's go back to our questionnaires. Next question is from Damia. Let me just remove this banner here. I'm going to keep this banner because I think everybody needs to focus on this a lot today. So we have a question from Damia. Let me highlight this one more time. Damia Morales. Well, I recently adopted my 1-year-old beagle. He was being mistreated, and now that I got it, I realized that he doesn't know his name. So I want to know how to teach him to recognize his own name. This is an interesting question, actually. The way you can teach a dog to learn its name is basically you can use his or her name anytime you're doing something that the dog is paying attention to you. So let's say you want to feed your dog. You can, as soon as the food is in the bowl, and you're holding it, your dog is looking at you. You can say your dog's name and feed. So your dog is going to connect that name is this. This is just an intro, but the better way to teach a dog its name is using training. I use play and praise to train dogs, and you can see and you can watch a lot of my videos how I train a puppy. I'm always calling their name, and I call their name and I tell their name and I ask them to sit, for example, and they connect that, oh, you're talking to me. So therefore they learn that, oh, that means my name. So eventually they're going to learn their name, as long as, again, the dog is connecting the cues from you, whenever the dog is paying attention to you. So if your dog is playing with another dog or is doing something and is not looking at you and you call its name, it's not going to pay attention. It's not going to learn that is name. That's one of the things that we actually train in the in obedience is the name, the command, and the hand signal. We have a live question as well. Jamie Braxton is asking, is it too much for a shy, fearful dog to attend a puppy playtime at the pet store with 10 dogs at a time? Is that too stressful at one time? Yeah, this is a good question. You see, I have a doggy daycare as well. I operate and run a doggy daycare. And many dog owners, there are some dog owners who have dogs with who are like fearful or shy with dogs, and these people, they bring their dogs to my play care and they're saying, I want to socialize this dog. The problem is that the play care environment or daycare, doggy daycare, is not the place for them to learn. That is somewhere that they can practice social skills, but they don't learn it there. The way they learn it is you teaching them with your guidance, taking the time to teach them, to train them. And then once they're getting better at it, then you can send it to play care or doggy daycare to practice it. You know what I mean? There's a difference between learning and practicing. Uh, Play care is a practice area. You are the school, right? You are the teacher. You are the school that teaches the dog. Because at a fearful, especially a shy, fearful dog, it needs a lot of guidance, it needs a lot of help, support before it can get out of its shell. There's a shell covered around this dog that it feels uncomfortable to get out. So you want to help it to, instead of walking like this, you want to help it to stand up straight and walk straight forward and understand what's going on and how to deal with problems. The only way that you can do that is using training. When you train a dog, not only you're opening a communication system between you and your dog that you can help this fearful dog to learn, but you're teaching this dog to learn how to solve problems. That's very important. You know, when you train a dog, they learn to not only solve problem but easily solve problems. They're capable of dealing with situations that are going to come across easily. Whereas if they are not trained, they stay closed, right? So first of all, I would suggest you to work on it. Maybe invest a month to 3 months to work on your fearful dog. If you want to watch, if you could also take the time to watch my video on my channel. If you search my channel, Fearful Dog, it will show up. Watch that video and get some ideas and what you're supposed to do and techniques and things like that. And then work on it for a month to 3 months and then try a doggy playtime or play care or training daycare. Hopefully that helps. Brandy Spry, how can I get my beagle to stop obsessing over food? Oh, we are in the same page. I have one too. And my puppy is food gone, like, you know, she's crazy for food, literally obsessed too. Yes. So there are certain things, you know, I think one of the best way to explain this problem and solve it is understanding why this is happening. Why is it that our beagle or certain dogs so obsessed with food? There are certain things that causes a puppy to develop this behavior. One is because it could be the rant of the litter. So it had a hard time finding food, right? So therefore, food has become very important for this puppy or dog. So it has always struggled to find food. Therefore, it's very important. It gives a lot of importance to the dog, to the food. Could be also maybe it had a good mom that provided good food, but later on when they are weaned off, it didn't get enough food, and therefore it's very sensitive about food. The next reason is because your puppy could have had some worms and internally some issues that it wasn't getting enough nutrients. So therefore, again, it's always hungry. So therefore, again, it's giving a lot more importance to food. And the next reason, and I think this is one of the common ones, is just that dogs love food. You know, they just enjoy food. You know, that one of their main goals of life is to eat. so they enjoy food. So it's a case of survival. They animals, they give a lot of importance to food because of survival reasons. So they they wanna eat food. They give that much importance to the food. So to if you understand this, then you can understand. Okay, so I'm not going to stress myself over it. It's natural. It's normal. So let it be. So let it be, but you want to start working on it to, you can't really get over this obsession, but you can start managing it. Just like any other certain behaviors, you can get rid of certain behaviors, but you can manage them. So the way I'm working on my puppy to manage this obsession is I'm teaching my puppy sit and stay and wait. So every time there's food involved, it has that ability to at least step out of, and snap out of that anxiety that is all about food and think, oh, what am I doing? Oh, my dad or my mom is saying sit and stay, so I'm going to start focusing on that rather than obsessing over food. And if you slowly focus on those and you expand these challenges from food to your dogs or puppies toys and activities that is very obsessed with, then you can start managing it and lower it. But for now, understand that it's going to be there. All you have to do is to manage it. Regard is saying, I'm back online. Good to hear that you're back. I would like to know how, after plenty of exercise and training, we try to socialize our puppy to accept people. She is terrified. She hides from people and growls at them. Uh, I just, I think a few minutes ago I explained it, but I'll just quickly go over it. So let me bring my banners. So let's focus on how does this work. So when you provide proper amount of exercise for your puppy or your dog, what problem is that many dog owners, they either over exercise their dog or under exercise their dog. If you do any of these two, you're stressing your dog. Although either you have a good intention or a bad intention, you're stressing your dog. If you over-exercise a dog who's fearful, especially who has behavioral issues, you're adding more stress to this dog. So what happens is your dog becomes to that anxiety level that cannot relax and focus because you over-exercise. When you over-exercise a dog, let's say a healthy dog, you over-exercise this healthy dog, they're mentally and physically, they're tired. Now imagine if this dog had emotional and behavioral issues as well, mental issues, right? In this case, let's say we have a fearful dog. If you have a fearful dog who's stressed, and we add more stress to it because we think over-exercising is going to help this dog, then we're causing actually this dog to develop more stress, become more stressful and anxious. And if we do the opposite and under exercise this dog, we're not providing enough exercise for this dog, which causes also to develop stress, right? To find the proper amount of exercise for your dog and each dog, it's hard for me to give numbers, but the base number for, I think, normal dog, any breed, any size, is half an hour twice a day. That is a healthy number of exercising a dog. If you're doing more than that or less than that, you're not doing it properly. So I try to provide half an hour of walking, exercise, mental, physical activity with your dog. The next thing that I focus on is the training. The training is, as I said, it's a tool. It's a way of you creating a communication system between you and your dog. And not only to learn how you can teach your dog what to do and what not to do, but also your dog learns how to solve problems. In this case, if you have a fearful dog, it learns it will start knowing how to solve those problems that causes stress and fear in it. Why? How? Because because of the training that you've done with your dog. Let's say if I come across a man or a human or a dog or an animal or something that my dog is fearful of, an object is fearful about, I will say, Rover, sit, stay, for example. Now my dog, instead of focusing on whatever is causing it to get stressed, is focused on me. I am the best reward. I am the best solution for my dog. I am the best thing for my dog to focus on. And if my dog starts focusing on me, then it's not focusing on whatever it is that is causing it anxiety. It's going to start reducing that fearfulness and anxiety. So let's say your dog is fearful of dogs. So if your dog starts focusing on you, not the dogs, then dogs can pass by, and your dog is going to say, "Huh, dogs passed by, and I didn't feel anything. It was okay. I was safe because I focused on the human, on my human, and I feel okay. Nothing bad happened." So the more this repeats and happens, your dog is going to feel more and more secure, less and less fearful. Therefore, you can teach your puppy or dog to learn how to socialize. Next time your dog was sitting, I don't know, 40 feet away from a dog, next time you can get closer to 30 feet. Maybe in a month you can approach that dog, other dogs 10 feet away. Maybe in, let's say, even a year, you can sit side by side with another dog. Even if it takes a year, you take that time to train and socialize your dog. And then you focus on care and affection. Hopefully that makes sense. That's how you use exercise and training to socialize your puppy, to accept people and not to be terrified. If she's hiding from people and growls at them, is telling you that it feels insecure, doesn't know what to do, it feels stressed, so it goes and hides behind you. It's telling you, help me, how do I solve this problem, how do I deal with this? You have to tell it, this is what you're going to do. People are friendly. People are, we can't remove people from this planet Earth. They're everywhere. You can't live like that all the time. You have to learn to deal with people. Not all people are bad people. Learn, and the way you teach it is by bringing it forward and saying, instead of hiding, sit and stay and watch people passing by. Simple techniques and ideas like that can help a dog. And Brandy is saying thank you. You are very welcome. All right. I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to continue answering the rest of the questions that I got from my community next time when we go live. Make sure to watch the next live video as well. And if you have any questions, either leave those questions in the comments area, or you can go to my community section in my channel and leave those questions there. I'm going to do this once a month or once or twice a month. I'm going to ask you to submit your certain related questions, and I'm going to focus on those in these live sessions and answer them. If you have any questions or other than puppy related questions, I didn't get to answer them all, but I have a video series that has started a few weeks ago. I'm using Annie as an example of how to train a puppy, and he's sleeping over here. Go ahead and watch those, and there will be more videos coming up every Saturday. You can watch those. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon as well, so you will get notified as soon as I post my next video or if I go live. And if you want to learn more about me and learn how to train your dog better and more human, in a more humane way, without the use of treats, food, aversive tools like shock collars, prong collars, and halters, and force and domination, visit my website, sarodogtraining.com, to learn more or register to one of my online dog training courses. Until next time, have fun with your dog.